Founded in 2005, 3D Infotech is a software solutions company focused on metrology automation. We are unique in that we introduced the concept of universal metrology automation, a way for manufacturing companies to intelligently monitor and control quality control processes. Manufacturing companies today face lots of different challenges. There is increased competitive pressures, and customers want everything now. They want their products customized, they want the best aesthetic look and feel, and they want the highest quality. If they're not satisfied, they'll switch. Manufacturing companies have a lot of work to do to meet those expectations. Major manufacturing companies have invested in technology, especially automation technology, including robots, CNC machines, handling systems, back-end systems for ERP, logistics, and so forth. What 3D Infotech has discovered is an area which has been ignored for a very long time. It is the area of quality control. This is exactly where customers seem to not realize there are hidden opportunities for savings. The traditional approach to quality control has been very labor-intensive. Companies use tape measures, calipers, or things known as hand tools in general. And these labor-intensive processes are very slow, unreliable, and give you mixed results. Companies are shipping parts today that may have passed these processes. However, once they get to their customers, there may be a dissatisfaction. In order to inspect a part, whether it was manufactured correctly or not, most companies are now looking at new technology, such as coordinate measurement machines and 3D scanners. Coordinate measurement machines require a lot of human intervention. Various programming knowledge and techniques have to be learned and applied. In terms of 3D scanners, this is still a new area, an area where there's a lot of trial and error before settling down on the right procedure that may be accepted by a customer. Many companies have adopted coordinate measurement machines as their quality control tool of choice, also known as CMMs. With CMMs, there's a lot of programming required. It's very labor intensive, and you need highly skilled individuals to run these machines. In addition, these are contact methods. Contact methods means you have to look for the problem in the part. You're measuring specific points where you think there may be a problem. What about the parts? What about the areas in which there was a problem, but you didn't measure it? Hence, the emergence of 3D scanning, where you scan 100% of the part and the problem reveals itself to you. In a way, the problem is looking to be found. 3D scanners are not very easy to use. They generate lots of data, and it takes a while before you get the hang of it. What I mean by that is you have to determine the right ways to scan the data to make sure that you have good quality collection methods, less noise. Sometimes laser scanners or structured light scanners will generate a level of noise that's not acceptable. And the operator may not be aware what the right standards are. Then you have to determine the alignment techniques, the comparison methods, and adhere to the geometric dimensioning and tolerancing of the CAD drawing. Finally, you have to generate reports. This is still a cumbersome process. It may take years before your operators get familiar with this manual method of doing 100% inspection. A parallel technology revolution has been taking place besides the evolution of 3D scanners. Robots, automated systems. These have been evolving side by side. Manufacturing companies have adopted robots in a variety of different ways: to pick and place objects, to paint their products, to lift heavy items that humans can't lift, to perform repeated tasks like welding, etc. What we've discovered is that there's very few customers who realize the need for combining metrology in an automated environment. In fact, those visionaries do exist, and these companies have struggled in implementing the combining of metrology with automation. 3D Infotech has emerged as a universal metrology automation company. We are indifferent to the type of hardware that's selected by the customer. The hardware selection process is determined specifically by the tolerances and the complexity of the part that's being measured. 3D Infotech tries to automate rapidly compared to perhaps homegrown projects where people have to manually spend years and years customizing an automated system for metrology. 3D Infotech has come up with Streamline. It's a rapid deployment software for metrology automation. Personally, I've been involved in the 3D scanning, rapid prototyping, also known as additive manufacturing, and robotics industries since 1994. With over 20 years of experience, we've discovered that there isn't any one scanner or one particular type of robot that can apply to all manufacturing processes. 3D Infotech has customers in aerospace, automotive, as well as consumer electronics industries. We've realized that there are different designs, tolerances, geometric shapes, and manufacturing processes. As customers try to get faster to market with better products, there is a bottleneck that they need to overcome, the quality control bottleneck. If they stick with those hand tools, CMMs, they're not going to get there. In order to overcome this bottleneck, universal metrology automation becomes a necessary tool to enable them to get there faster, while maintaining and adhering to high standards of quality. In order to make it easy for companies to deploy automated metrology systems, 3D Infotech has developed the Streamline software. It's a very simple way for an operator to define a manufacturing quality task. It allows the operator to teach the robot in a very ergonomic way how to inspect a part. He can run a sample, a preview, as you might call it, and see exactly what the scan data is going to look like if he runs that inspection job. Once the data is generated, it's automatically placed into a software called Polyworks. Polyworks is the world's leading software for metrology and inspection. It allows CAD data to be natively imported from major PLM systems, maintaining the GD&T specific to those parts. The scan data is compared to the CAD and a report is generated. This report can be uploaded to an enterprise database. If you have hundreds of parts or thousands of parts that you'd like to inspect in a day, this is where Streamline really comes in handy. It allows you to integrate with loading and unloading systems, for example, another robot or a conveyor belt. It allows you to make decisions that typically a human would have had to make. It allows you to integrate to PLCs that may be connected to other machines in the factory. It also allows you to have a statistical process control view on the whole process. If there are manufacturing process deficiencies, they will become obvious quickly. It's better to find where you have a problem sooner rather than later. How did 3D Infotech get into automation? We started customizing Polyworks for very specific projects, and we quickly realized that those projects took a long time. Taking a step back, it was necessary to develop a software like Streamline that allowed pretty much to plug and play different devices in a manufacturing environment. Not only is Streamline easy to use and deploy, but it's very easy to maintain. If you go for a custom solution in metrology automation, the overhead over the next 5 or 10 years is tremendous. There's a tremendous amount of risk as well. If your system is down, how do you get it back up and running? So 3D Infotech believes in robust and easy to maintain solutions for the long term. Let me take a brief moment to talk about the future of quality control. As manufacturing companies continue to grow and punch out parts for mass consumption, parts that may be customized for specific segments of their market, with competitive pressures mounting, they will need to look at quality as a key competitive advantage. In fact, quality may become the key to productivity at many of the large manufacturing companies. Universal Metrology Automation is a key enabling technology to detect problems early on in a manufacturing process. Customers can realize benefits of this through time savings and productivity gain. Imagine if you were a manufacturing company and you shipped parts that were bad. You thought they were good. However, perhaps it was a part that went on an airplane, or it was a part that was mass-produced and there was millions sold to consumers worldwide. Could you have prevented those problems early on? Could you have detected defects, maybe a minor defect, early on? Possibly. Universal Metrology Automation is one of the key enabling tools for that defect detection. The days of fragmented supply chains are over. If you have suppliers worldwide making parts for you, coming together in an assembly process, you need greater visibility. That greater visibility will gain you tremendous amount of cost savings and benefit. How do you get that? Besides universal metrology automation, another revolution is taking place. Some people call it Industry 4.0, and others call it the Internet of Things. By connecting devices that are fragmented worldwide and having a portal or a dashboard to get real-time visibility on your product capacity, production rates, and your quality control, and combining that into a single view may be the key to getting an edge over the competition.